When Jesus came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi. Mark, and Jesus went out, and his disciples into the towns of Caesarea Philippi. Luke doesn't mention where they are, just that Jesus is alone praying. Then he asks the question. Before I say Jesus came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, I have to say he went out. And his disciples. So I could say, and Jesus went out, and his disciples. Mark says, and by the way, he asked his disciples. When they're at this place, he asks. That's Matthew. Mark says, and Jesus went out, and by the way, he asked. Matthew is the coast of Caesarea Philippi. Mark is the towns of Caesarea Philippi. I think the coast is a greater area than the towns. These are not massive cities, as they might be today. Yeah, I think coast is a greater area. So I'll say he went out and his disciples into the coasts of Caesarea Philippi. And when he came into the towns, by the way, no, I don't know if I can do that, because then it sounds like he's in other towns along the way. And by the way, he asked his disciples. What does that mean? By the way, he asked his disciples? Does that mean along the way? Or just outside? Maybe I should just say, when he came into the coasts and the towns of Caesarea Philippi. Yeah. Well, first I'm definitely going to start with, and Jesus went out, and his disciples. No, I don't know if I should do that. I might have to start with when. No, I'm going to start with that. And Jesus went out. And Jesus went out and his disciples. I'll say Jesus is both. I don't want to repeat that unnecessarily. That would be annoying. Into the towns. Into the coasts. I could just say into the coasts and towns. Into the... I could use the and from and by the way. And just say, when he... No. Maybe say, and when... I think I might need to change this and say when Jesus went out and his disciples. No, I can't do that. Maybe I could say he went into the towns of the coasts of Caesarea Philippi. That's making it really specific. Instead of the towns and the coasts, or the coasts and the towns. Yeah, I'll say that. The towns of the coasts. But still, I need when. Jesus went out and his disciples and came. And when he came. Okay, I think I could do it like this. As I have it, Jesus went out and his disciples. Now, and from and by the way. Then when from Matthew, and when. Then he from Matthew. So now it's and, when, he. Then from Matthew came into the, now from Mark, the towns of, then Matthew, the coasts of, from both Caesarea Philippi. Then from Mark, by the way, he asked his disciples, saying. It's pretty mixed, but I think that's the only way to get all of this together. The towns and the coasts. He went and he came. And by the way, he asked his disciples. So, and Jesus went out and his disciples. Now, and from Mark, when from Matthew. Now, he from Matthew, but later on. Then came from earlier in Matthew. Now, into the from both. Now, from Mark only, towns of. Oh, wait. I need this the from Matthew. So that the will be Mark only. Then from Matthew only. That the towns of the coasts. And now from both of Caesarea Philippi. Of Caesarea Philippi.